Alrighty, welcome back to another gun build in Modern Warfare. Today we're going to be looking at the FAMAS or the FR556 in Modern Warfare. This is a gun that's not really seen very often, like in any kind of gameplay, mostly because it is a 3-round burst assault rifle, and people will kind of steer clear away from that because you have a burst delay between each shot, so it makes it to where it puts you in these odd positions to where you could be melted pretty easily if you don't land that first 3 burst shot. But what's cool about this gun is that, since it is shooting out 3 rounds at a time, most assault rifles in this game take 3 shots to kill somebody, especially the 7.62 rounds. Or the 7.62, like, battle rifles are harder hitting ones like the SCAR or the AK. Well, the FAMAS technically still has that same damage output because of the 3-round burst. If you can hit every single shot, like in the upper chest, then you're able to get yourself a one shot or one burst kill. It is technically, 3 shots actually kill somebody, but it is technically a one shot kill or one trigger pull, I guess. And what I'm going to be showing you is one of the most broken builds I can find for this gun, and hopefully, bring it back into, well, not necessarily the meta. It's still not necessarily the best weapon in the world, but it is, uh, it's powerful if you can land those 3-round shots on there. It's like using a sniper rifle. So let's go ahead and just get right into it for the barrels. We want to go with the FR 24.4-inch sniper barrel. Yes, it is a sniper barrel, so obviously we want to make this sucker into a sniper. Increases your damage range, bullet velocity, recoil control. It does reduce your movement speed, aim down sight speed. Typical stats for the largest barrel in the game. Now, what this will do is increase your your recoil control, and your bullet velocity. We're really wanting to go for the bullet velocity here, but recoil control is always a plus. But I want to go with the bullet velocity because that means the 3 rounds that come out are going to be practically right next to each other. They move faster, so they're able to hit their target much faster and all at the same time, so you don't need to worry about someone running and one of your bullets hit while another one's going to be coming out and might graze his shoulder. So it makes it to where that little fraction of time that you need to actually hit someone in the upper chest is very, very slim. So this overall makes your gun better in that sense. From here, we want to go to the muzzle, and we want to go for the same thing for the monolithic suppressor. This doesn't help out recoil control, but it does increase your bullet velocity even more. On most 6v6 maps, this will now turn your gun to a hit scan. Anything else like ground war or something, it will make your gun insanely good. I believe this thing now stretches up to like 40 or 50 meters by now, so it has a pretty solid, efficient damage range. Now, since the barrel and the monolithic suppressor is increasing your bullet velocity, the barrel is increasing your recoil control, vertically anyway, then we need to help out with horizontal or side-to-side bounce recoil. And that's when we're going to be using the Commando foregrip. And that will help out your recoil control for the side-to-side bounce. Now this now technically makes your gun a laser. It won't really move at all, especially when you drag down a little bit, you actually compensate for it, and that will technically give you a sniper rifle right there. Now, if you want to put on a scope, you can, but that'll make visible recoil towards your gun. It doesn't actually affect like real recoil to the barrel and shooting your target, but your scope will bounce even though your gun's still shooting straight. So I would still stay away from that. It kind of confuses the heck out of me. So it gives the illusion of more recoil, but you're not going to really have that. So I'll put on to like a reflex sight or something, probably something lower zoom, or a hollow sight or something that stays somewhere in that smaller zoom level. From there, I recommend probably just putting on a tack laser. It'll help you out, with a bunch of weight that these two attachments give you, and it gives you more aiming stability, so you can get those longer shots off a little bit better because it won't be moving, it won't be swaying side to side. And I would run, probably the 50 round magazine. Now, what's cool about the 50 round magazine, it does say it decreases your movement speed. It does do that by 1%, but it doesn't actually take away your aim down sight speed. It doesn't do anything there despite actually saying that. And you get, another 20 rounds for free. So, aside from losing a little bit of speed there and also the Commando foregrip, the barrel and the monolithic definitely do get rid of aim down sight speed, but This gives you extra ammo if you want it. You don't need to though. It does come with its standard 30 rounds, especially when you have a 3-round burst gun that can kill people in one shot. You won't really needing to be worrying for ammo there, especially when you compare it with another assault rifle. So for this, I'm just going to be running the Corp Hollow sight just for that better sight picture. And from there, that's pretty much it. This is going to be the sniper build for the FR556. I want to be pairing it with the Odin, and we'll just jump right on it. I'm going to make sure the bots are in. Yeah, there we go. Now, unfortunately for private matches, I'm only able to use the 6v6 maps, and they're not very big at all. So I can't really show like what this thing looks like in long ranges, but I'll give you an idea like how it will shoot, how it looks, how it feels, or not really how it feels, but how it controls. So this is what it looks like here. In the beta, it was an absolute beast. I don't know why, but it was crazy.
Clear to engage all threats.
And this gun always has single fire too. It's not just a 3-round burst, so you can always switch it to a single burst gun or a single fire gun. Let's see if any of the bots actually come around here. Of course, they come around all the way on the other side of the map. I shot him in the leg there, but is this thing normally not supposed to be able to get hit markers? There you go. So an efficient damage range, if you're shooting them in the upper chest, then you will be great. Recoil is not really a thing anymore on this gun, as you can see. I mean, it does bounce a little bit, but that's really what you want. That's perfect, because you can hit them in the head like that. So if you hit them directly in the chest, it'll bring your gun up just enough for that final shot to land directly on their head, like that. So that's what you want. So this is the perfect build. I've been going over that forever, trying to perfect that, and that's what you can get out of it. So if they're running right at you or anything, you can do that. You can always get yourself a headshot. So this is the preferred build. If you're still going through assault rifles and you need platinum on them, this is the build to do, especially when you need like headshots and stuff for it. This is what you want to do for the FAMAS. It is a pain in the butt normally. There, I don't really know what happened. I think I may have hit him in the hand or something. Yeah, so limbs, like arms and legs, will give you a hit marker, because, you know, that's not really a vital part of your body. It's an extremity, so that will give you a hit marker if you hit that. Well, this is what I mean, like, it just hits just perfectly upwards, so you can get that headshot for the final one. And these shots are like back to back when you're firing it. Now you don't want to be aiming at their chest. As you've seen there, I hit them in the chest, or not the chest, but in the stomach, and it gave me a hit marker. You want to hit them in the upper chest, and then up is where you want to go to, and from there it will be a perfect sniper rifle. It has the same exact like kill area where like most marksman rifles and stuff are.
Better now.
So yeah, I mean, this is pretty much the build. Again, it's the monolithic, the sniper barrel. You don't need the scope, but you can put on the scope. Again, I would recommend like low zoom scopes like the hollow sights or the reflex, because of the visible recoil. Even though it doesn't actually bump up your gun anymore, like when it comes to actually bouncing upwards, it's just your scope bouncing up. But from here, it really makes it to where that you don't really need to control recoil unless if you want this. You can really just shoot them at the chest and let your gun bounce up, because that's what you want from it. So in a sense, you don't need to worry about recoil at all. This is how fast it shoots, with like, you know, spamming it as fast as I can. And there we go, finally killed me there. But yeah, the longest barrel, the sniper, 24.4 inch, I believe was the number for it, or the length. Monolithic, the commando foregrip, which is very much needed for the side-to-side bounce. If you don't put that on there, then hitting limbs will be a much more like frequent deal. You don't want that. And let's see, what else did I put on there? I think from there that's about it. Oh yeah, and the tac laser. Yeah, so you want to also put on the tac laser, so that'll help get rid of like some of the downsides. to the barrel and the suppressor that puts on there. And you got yourself a pretty decent assault rifle when it comes to speed. You want to use this more for long range. You don't need to put on the monolithic if you want to run it like for shorter ranges. I just recommend putting on the longer barrel for the increased like bullet velocity, but the suppressor is really just putting it on overkill for making it to where it's a sniper rifle. If you want to, you could probably take that off and put on like a stock to help increase pin down sight speed
Specialist
or something
achieved.
else. It's really up to you to make it to where it rushes a little bit faster, or you know, it's a little bit more for the faster paced deal. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's technically a one burst gun. It will always lead up to the head if you build this build exactly how I'm showing here, because it just gives you the most like perfect recoil just for that. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I like to see down in the comments, what do you guys think of this build? You know, is it broken or something? Personally, I don't think it is. I think it's just, you know, kind of how it's supposed
never
to
forget a
be
face.
built, because it does have a whole barrel called a sniper barrel. So it has something along the lines where it was trying to be like this, and really, all in all, it's not really that bad. Now, if you use the single fire mode, like in Warzone, then it turns into like almost a DMR like 14 or whatever it was from Cold War. If you guys remember when that sucker was broken, you can like spam and just melt people. It's a lot like that, because in Warzone, this thing doesn't have a damage drop-off range. They changed it for some odd reason, so it's like the one assault rifle that doesn't have a drop-off range to efficiency. So technically, you can
Back to work.
turn into the DMR. Yeah, but there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. A like would always be great, unless you guys don't think this is likable, I guess. And I appreciate you guys watching the videos and stuff, and you know, leaving comments or anything like that. It's pretty dang cool. And I will be building like, you know, more gun builds and stuff, something that, you know, probably work out in your favor when it comes to camo challenges and stuff like that. This is actually why I like this build the most, because it hits like a truck, or it's pretty dang good, and it helps you with that, especially for headshots. And yeah, it's really just an overall thing to help you out with one of the guns that's the hardest to get camos for assault rifles, because of it being a 3 burst. And this should be about it. I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.